That is a very good point. We should have done that. Anyway, right, so we're using the Streamlabs just to see. And then I'll restart my phone after this and see if that changes at all. But I can't remember what way the Streamlabs will show up anything. So we'll just wait and see what happens. Hopefully the Discord isn't giving a ton of notifications on this, because that's going to be annoying for everybody. But alas, there's not a lot I can do at present. So we'll just have to wait and see. It says connected to the chat, but why don't they see the chat? I don't know where we're going here, or why we're going this way, but apparently we're going this way. Ah, I know what we're doing, we're just stopping. Trying to figure this shit out, I think. Randomly. Okay. Let's see what's happening. You alright? What happened? Alright, okay. Right, does this show the chat? It shows an event list. It doesn't show me any chat right now. Ah, radio, how are you? Right, the main question is do you hear crackling over this? Or is it clear? Because that's the thing, I stopped using the Twitch app because there was a crackling on the audio. It's crisp. Okay. Twitch app apparently. Twitch app.
Can you start your handset?
No, I'm on the
Listen to
the Streamlabs OBS.
You listen to the clip?
Yeah, it was crackly as fuck. It was ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't need the clip. Like at the end of the thing, it works. But I'm being told it's crisp. So.
Say it again.
Apparently the audio was crisp. So I switched. This is the OBS.
Okay.
Not the Discord. Oh, not the. Sorry, not the. Sorry, it's the Streamlabs, not the Twitch one.
So everybody happy that it's working, yeah?
You just got here. It could have been bad earlier. Yeah, it was bad earlier. There was basically constant crackle on it. But if it's clean right now, then yeah, there's something up with the Twitch app, which is fine. It just means fuck the Twitch app right now.
Grant, right. Right, let's go on.
Yeah, you alright?
Yeah, I just need to start the back.
Alright, okay. Right, so we're going back to driving again. I had to, yeah, we had to pull in and make sure everything was okay there. And it gave me a chance to start on this instead of the other one, because, yeah, the official Twitch app seems to have an issue then. Because I didn't think it was my phone, because I sent an audio message over WhatsApp then just to check and see if I was hearing a crackle on the mic. I wasn't there, so it is not my phone, it is the Twitch app, unfortunately. But you know, shit happens. I do need to plug my phone in though if I'm going to be streaming, because you know, this might be a little weird for some of you though, driving on the left and not on the right. Everybody don't get too freaked out by the opposite side, you know. How are you getting on, Maple? How's life been? What you been up to, my man? I'm not even looking at my maps. I should have probably been looking at my maps. Well, now I have it up as well, so I'll be alright. But yeah, we got a good like 3 hours drive, so you know, figured why not just stream it for a while, because I won't be streaming this week due to being away. So at least this is a bit of a stream and a bit of a difference, and you know, fuck it, why not? Technically might have just kind of sort of almost came close. You were in fear for my life for a bit there. Yeah, just taking a bit of a holiday. Took a week off work. One of the lads was up in Dublin for a couple of days, so I took Thursday and Friday off. We went out and done some random touristy shit. Went for foods, drinks, all that kind of stuff, and I'm heading over to Mayo now. I'm going to spend the week there away from everything, you know, so it's a chance to go over and see the lads as well, and I always like to take that chance when I can get it. And obviously I had a bit of holiday time at work, so I was like, yeah, you know what, screw it, I'm going to take a week and take the opportunity and go and hang out and enjoy. So that is what I'm going to do. I think one of the first things on the list, we're hoping tomorrow there's a seaweed bath you can go to over here that we've been to before, and it's just incredibly relaxing, just a real chill out day. And there's a nice restaurant up from that where, so afterwards you can go have a bit of food and a pint, and it's just kind of an ideal unwind kind of day. So fingers crossed we get to do that tomorrow if they have spaces, but we'll find out in time. Let you know about the season, how to mix everything, the greatest thing ever to horrible. I've got around to that yourself. Oh yeah, we'll do. I mean, honestly, the way I'm approaching it is, it's just a standalone show. That's how I look at it. It's the same with Lord of the Rings. I haven't watched the Rings of Power either. I've heard lots of terrible things, but I think a lot of people are approaching these as like die-hard fans with, oh, all this lore, you gotta respect the lore, and I'm approaching it as a show that just happens to have stuff in common with these things, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna approach a show, good story, decent fantasy action type shit, and I'm happy. I'm not gonna hold it to the source material and be like, well, you did wrong by that person doesn't look like that. I'll say it's terrible on its own merits, you know, not it's terrible compared to the existing lore, or it doesn't hold up to it, or it doesn't do any of that. I'm not approaching it from that perspective because I don't give a shit. Hey, I'm looking at it. Excellent, thank you, Planagari. Yeah, it seems like it was the Twitch app itself. So the mobile Twitch app was acting the bollocks because I switched to the Streamlabs mobile streaming app, and it's fine. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with that. Like, I took the case off my phone and all. I was like, oh, just in case this is causing any issues, I'll do this, you know. But no, it wasn't that at all. So you get the non-crackly driving stream, including realistic road noises. We got a few hours of this, so why in the hell not, you know? Unfortunately, no Jackbox tonight. I am thinking as well, though, that just to kind of make it easier for people to join in sometimes on the Saturdays, I'm probably going to change my Jackbox streams and do them at the, so like regardless of whether it's Jackbox or regular, I'll probably do them at the same time anyway, so start earlier, just have some fun games. It also means there won't be any sloppy drunkenness, which I would prefer to be that way, so you know, we'll see. That's the thinking anyway. So heading to Mayo, yeah, so it's about a 3-hour drive left, I'd say, right now, but yeah, we're heading to Mayo now. There'll be a minor detour on the way because there's a really good petrol station. Apparently it's super cheap compared to everywhere else on the way, so I'll top up on the way there in that place, just because why not take advantage of cheaper fuel while I can. There's a really bad driver in your rear view mirror. Yeah, I'd be careful about that. I got some cunt in front of me, some dickhead in a Kia that apparently likes to text while driving. I want to be careful about that fucker. What's in Mayo? Caustic and Kill are in Mayo, as well as a lot of beautiful land and beautiful sights, peace and quiet, and just chill vibes. hanging with the lads, having drinks, doing random shit. That's what's in Mayo. It's more about just getting to see the lads, and I'll get to see Kill's missus and his kids, which that's always a good time as well. So yeah, that's the plan. Just go enjoy the place and chill. Speech to text, I don't believe you. I think you're lying. For context, that car in front of me contains 1 caustic. So you'll be seeing a lot of that car because we're going to the same location. Is also the reason there wasn't a stream yesterday, because we were too busy having our day out, cinema days and all kinds of shit, and buying lots of beer. Shocking, right? Just 1 caustic? Just 1 caustic, yeah. You used it? Shut up, you. 2 people, 2 cars going to the same place? Yes. But the difference is, one of those cars lives in that place, the other doesn't. So, you know, think of the environment. Shut the fuck up. We would have carpooled only for the fact that he's staying there and I'm coming home next week. So, you know, I can't get home if I'm in his car, if I don't have my car. So it doesn't really work. Carpooling doesn't work in that sense. When one of you live, while he was here, we used his car because his is much more fuel. His is a hybrid, so he gets more fuel economy on his car than mine. So we were thinking consciously. We were driving around in his car here and left mine at home. But in this situation, yeah, that can't happen. Somebody think of the economy. Yeah. It's alright, Tanagarian. You'll take care of it for us. Then you just get caustic. It's all my car, so I'm not wasting fuel. I mean, yeah, we could have done that. That wouldn't have been problematic at all. Towing the car for fucking 250 kilometers on a rope or a chain up each other's arses. Yeah, that sounds like a great time. Not at all stressful. Fucking lunatic. This will be a first for me. I haven't driven this way in a long time. Because normally I just go straight on and take the tolls. But so there won't be any loud beep to warn people about this time, because we're not going that way. We're going a different route. And there shouldn't be any weird, dodgy little side roads, because we're taking main roads everywhere pretty much. Just make him do a call of content. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. Thanks for the suggestion though. It's not a case of like, you know, how expensive are tolls. They're not that bad. I think, I mean, it can build up certainly, but I think for depending on the road, on these roads maybe $2.50 each toll, and you get 2 tolls, so you probably pay like €5 there, €5 back. So it's not the worst, but if you're using them a lot, I mean, it makes a difference. So it's worth not doing it for sure. I don't know why this person's sitting. But yeah, like, tolls aren't crazy expensive, but some of these roads just shouldn't be fucking tolled. There's no reason for it. And if you're using them often, that shit be big. I don't use the toll road infrequently. It doesn't make that much of a difference. And I have a tag in the car that will reduce. If I was going to go over, say, the M50, for example, which is the main toll road in Dublin, if I'm taking a trip there and back, that's €5 for the there and back. And if, for example, there was a day myself and Caustic were out, and had we taken the M50 every time, because we went to different locations all over, we'd have probably used it 4 times if we didn't go to non-toll roads. So by the end of that, like 4 to 5 times in the one day. And because he wouldn't have to tag its full price, so I think it's $320 each time, so like $640 for TLE. There's no point, especially because even with fuel prices as it is, it would still be cheaper to take the extra driving and take the non-toll road than it would be to pay the toll. Like, you're saving time, not money, with the tolls. And on average, you're only actually really saving 10 to 15 minutes maybe. So it's not really worth it all the time. At a push, maybe 20 minutes. So you're paying, say, $320 to save 20 minutes on the trip. And you could have not paid that, taken the extra 20 minutes. You won't use that in petrol. So it's more like if you're in a hurry, if you don't have the time, then yeah, it's great. But if you have the time and you're not in a hurry, you get some better routes without it. You get some knowing the non-toll route sometimes. So yeah, it's kind of just preference, I'd say. Time and preference is what I'd put it down to. So if you're in a hurry and you take 2 or 3 tolls and it can cut 20 minutes, half an hour off your journey, then yeah, it's worth it. Tolls on this trip, I think we might have hit 2 tolls, so we would have paid maybe 5 each going that route, and it would have saved us 10 minutes. So it's just not fucking worth it. Paying a $5 to save 10 minutes of driving is just silly. It's pissing away money for the sake of it, you know. And other times I've done it, it's been a hell of a lot less. Well, it's been a hell of a lot more times there, should I say. So in those situations, it's definitely worth taking. Especially because half the time I end up fucking getting distracted with something and leaving later than intended, or be like, oh shit, I forgot I have to do this, that or the other, and then I have to fucking go without, you know. So yeah, it's handy that way. That's what I would say there, you know. That's my little rant about tolls, because, you know, it's another pink tax, paying extra €5 because your girlfriend is with give birth. What the fuck are you talking about, you lunatic? That whole pink tax thing just annoys the piss out of me. It's like, you know, it's a choice, you know, like, if I want to get the black version of a product, it's either the cheaper one than the white version, or the blue version, or the whatever version. Different colours just cost different prices because supply and demand. Even if it costs nothing to make any different product, and it's the exact same product and it's just the colour, well, nobody's forcing you to buy that colour. I don't understand people who are like, oh yeah, it's a pink tax, it's disgraceful, it's against women. It's not, because nobody's saying you have to buy that product. And the thing is, there's been dermatologists come out about that shit and saying, well, the ones that are pink have more fucking soothing agents in them, or have more moisturizing stuff in it, because shock horror, our skin is different. Men and women's skin is different. So different shit for different skin. It is a thing. Not always, but it is in some cases, for like razors and shit like that. Shave your balls with a rainbow razor, it's cheaper, care less. Exactly. I can give a fuck. I don't shave really anything except, no, I'm not getting into that. Let's not say anything there. I don't buy razors. I have an electric razor, and I have other implements for cutting. I don't buy disposable razors. There's no need for disposable razors. That's what I should say. So I never come across that kind of fucking shit anyway. And I don't shave my face, so, you know, I don't need a disposable razor for shaving my face. And anybody who's going to decide they're going to shave their balls and use a disposable razor, that's somebody who just fucking hates themselves and wants to shred themselves up. That's somebody who's a bit of a fucking masochist. You're using a disposable razor to shave your balls. You know what I mean? Christ, I couldn't imagine that. No, thank you. Look at this slow cunt in front of me. Garden shears, yeah, exactly, garden shears, that's what's needed. Might as well use a cheese grater, exactly. That's like, yeah, you don't fuck around with that stuff, not like, no. Disposable razors are handy for your face. And that is about it, I would say. I don't even think like women shaving their legs and shit like that, or even blokes who shave their legs or chest or whatever. I wouldn't say disposable razors is a good way to go, especially not the likes of those big razors. I mean, a razor you can change the heads on, yeah, that's grand, but shitty disposable, no, thank you. I don't remember the last time I've driven this way. Interesting. Don't even have a huge beard and disposable clogs up before I'm finished. Yeah, well, I do, and I wouldn't touch my beard with a razor. So, you know. If I need to trim it, the scissors comes out and I'll trim with the scissors. But a razor hasn't touched my face in shit, easily 15 plus years since I've had a razor near my face. That's not counting, like that's counting since I haven't shaved anything on my face probably. Before that there'd be different bits. Say hi to the stream, cause like wave, you won't see him waving. You're not gonna see him through the window. Although you might see if we get close enough, if I crash into him maybe. There you go. You see the arm coming out the window just about, barely. See longer field of view and all that on the camera. Surprised I'm not hearing beer rattling around in the back seat. A few loose cans sitting there. Do you like the wave? Done that just for you, Tanagari. Just for you. I keep getting tempted to crash into this brick. Shit. Don't do that. What's the law on alcohol and driving over there? Don't is the law. Don't drink and drive. I think legally 1 unit maybe. So like I think maybe a glass of beer or half a pint or something you could have and drive, and you wouldn't be over the limit. After that you would be. The thing is, as long as you're sensible about it, like know how long it takes units of alcohol to burn out of your system. On average it's I think an hour a unit. So if I have a pint or I have 2 pints and I'm out for 3 or 4 hours, then by the time I'm going back to my car it'll be out of my system and it'll be alright. Generally speaking, if I'm driving I'm not drinking. I have no interest in having booze when I'm driving. It's just not fucking worth it to me. Some people will do it, and it happens a lot more outside Dublin, I think, than it does inside Dublin. And there used to be, I don't think it really is so much anymore, but in very rural parts of the country, they used to kind of turn a bit of a blind eye to it, because the whole idea was, well, there's no public transport, there's no way you can get to the local pub without driving there. And sure, you can't get home because it's not like you can just call a cab like you can in Dublin. You can't get home if you don't drive home. So they used to do it that way, be like, well, they'll just drive slow and they know the roads well and they'd be a little drunk and all this kind of shit. And sometimes there was a bit of a blind eye turned to that, but I think those days are long, long gone. It's pretty zero tolerance on it now. It's just not fucking worth it. Like, for the sake of you having a couple of pints and getting a little tipsy and then driving and fucking could cause the worst day of somebody's life, take somebody out, kill somebody for fucking the fact that you couldn't be arsed to wait, you know, or get a lift, or just not. Like, I'd rather fucking walk home from a place and spend an hour or 2 hours walking than drive after drinking. It's just not fucking worth it. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to potentially cause a crash or an accident and have that shit sitting on your conscience for the rest of your life. Like, you killed some fucking kid or something, you know, because you weren't reacting quick enough or some shit like that. Sounds like a typical night in Mayo. It sounds like your text-to-speech doesn't like Mayo. It's just calling him Mappy. Mappy? How does it get Mappy from Mayo? Laurie's trying to go, you're trying, God love you, Caustic, stop trying. You might get there. One more time. There we go, Tanagarian's got you covered. Mayo. Mayo! Fucking... It doesn't like... Car in front of me is dodgy. Driving like a lunatic. Mayonnaise it gets, Mayo it doesn't. That's fucking hilarious. Thank you for the look, Danagarian. Yeah, I would as well. Pay attention to the road, you fuck. You're swerving everywhere. You're not really, but you know, I'm gonna say you are because it's funny. There we go, now he is. And the car in front is going to report him for his little job. Oh, Jesus Christ, will you stop, you lunatic? You will get reported. It won't be fucking me, somebody else will do it. And you can see on the road, well, there's parts, you won't see it on the camera. There are little parts where you can see swerving, or lines where it happens every now and again where you'll see some silly fucker did do it. And no, I'm not talking about the shadows of the lines above us. I do enjoy this drive when this is what the traffic is like as well. You've got basically fuck all traffic. And I think part of that as well is the route we took, because a lot of the traffic is kind of bypassing this way because they're going down the motorway roads. So we're taking a slightly different route, which means we get to see these areas a bit differently. Jesus Christ! I thought that silly fuck was pulling out. Caustic did as well, because we both had that momentary what the fuck. Yeah, we dealt with a lot of that over the weekend, over the last couple of days. Random idiots trying to be random idiots in while driving. Yeah, exactly. The worry kicks in. Look, it didn't happen. No point in getting too concerned. going, Jordy? How are things for you? Welcome to my insurance fraud scheme. How dare you? For insurance purposes, I will state my phone is completely hands-free. My eyes are on the road. I am just talking. I am not actually paying a whole lot of attention. I glance at my screen as much as I would glance at my map. So there you go. That's all I'll say. Not bad. You love a good road trip stream? Yeah, I mean they're fun to do every now and again. Drive's going well so far. Yeah, I mean it's weird because I've done it just out of, you know, alert, and it'll keep me company kind of on the drive. I won't get too bored or anything. So I'm talking back and forth, and then people just like to see the views, and apparently like the road noise. There's quite a few people just really enjoy the sound of that as well. So I said, you know what, anytime I'm doing this drive, I may as well stream it. Why not? The only downside is obviously there's no alerts or anything like that, so if anything happens in that sense, people redeem shit, I'm not going to see any of that. But yeah, and it's a way of making up for the fact that I'm not going to get streams in. It's just a little bit of a difference doing like an IRL stream, you know. Why the hell not? Plus you might occasionally see some little random parts of the country. Don't smash your back doors in. I mean, I'm tempted, but we'll do that. That'll be later when we get back. You love road streams, really appreciate the differences. Yeah, that's it, exactly. You like silly things like, for example, obviously we drive on the left over here. A lot of you would be used to driving on the right. So that would be kind of a different point of view. It's kind of, you know, all that kind of shit. Different cars. Good dash cam footage for the idiot in front as well. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you become Chris Hansen to catch a predator. The new version. We're in a chase. We gotta catch this Kia up front. It contains the biggest of all predators. The caustic. He likes to prey on the vulnerable. He's a lovely man. He's a bit of a prick really, but you know, it's just how it is. And we actually got a lovely day for the drive as well. I think the last time I done this, it was absolutely pissing rain the entire journey. This time it's bright and sunny and warm. It's a hell of a change. I didn't expect it to be like this. Windscreen wipers constantly. It's never fun, you know. I feel like this car, not Caustic's car, the car in front of him, it's just, I've seen some brake lights come on a few times. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Can't believe this is the stream you missed the alerts for. Snowy. If it helps, Snowy, we're only going like 35 minutes, so we still got about another 2.5 hours drive ahead, so you're not missing all of it. You only missed the first 35-40 minutes. Well, 35 minutes, yeah, thereabouts. 35-40 minutes. The initial few minutes were on the Twitch app and there was some weird crackling coming. But you know, you get to see the rest of it. We are is going in. Yeah. Going shit like that. My signal is gone to shit. We are in so again, as moments most likely, you know, literally much. We're hitting the motorway. getting. It'll be why do what he just done? Drove so close and then pull in front of me. It's fucking dumb. Surprisingly, signal is still shit. We're starting to see an increase now. We're climbing, we're getting there. Yeah, we're getting a proper connection going. And things will start to pick up now. Excellent. Right, we should be coming back into things now. You should be starting to hear me properly again. And we're back to pretty much full signal. Yep, now we're back to full speed. So stabilized for now. Yeah, so now it is stabilized. So the thing is, as I was saying, it's all those weirdos burning down the towers pre-COVID. Yep. Yeah, it's there's basically a few places in the Midlands. That's one of them we just drove through where the signal is really bad. And as we pass through, the signal strength will start to go and it'll get jumpy and all that. So like I'm at 5,000 kilobits right now. At the lowest point there, I was 36 kilobits. So, you know, we're going back to dial-up speeds. So when I'm getting to places like that where the signal is that shit, it's gonna kill it for quite some time. It'll kill it for a couple of minutes and then I'll be out of it. So yeah, that's just unfortunate it's gonna happen, but we are out of that black spot. I think there's maybe 2 to 3 more on the way where the signal will get a bit dodgy and it'll drop, but overall most of the way it's still pretty decent. Shouldn't have too many issues. But I'll be able to tell you, kind of, you'll hear me saying it as I see it, because I do have, this is the one good thing about the Streamlabs mobile app versus the Twitch one, is it does give you your connection strength. So I can see when it's dropping and I can kind of preempt and say, well, we're about to lose. Like, it's starting to drop down a bit again. So, no, it's going back up, it's grand. I know along this way there is another little patchy spot soonish, but I don't think it's too bad. But yeah, we have a few more, but overall it should be pretty stable. So when you do see them, you'll probably see that weird connection thing happening for, I don't know, 2 to 3 minutes, 5 at the most, I'd say, and I should be out of that. Because we're on motorways and national roads, so it's not like we have to do slower speeds. Like the road we're on now is 100 kilometers. We just came off of 120. The roads we were on while that was happening were like 60, so it takes a little bit longer to get away from the shit signal. And I think it is just like there's less towers in these areas and probably more saturation because there are less towers, so signals can just get shit as we pass through. I mean, that's the thing about Dublin, like, there's fucking towers everywhere, so your signal is usually always pretty good, although 4G signal can get a bit dodgy at times. Just depends, really. Normally I do this non-stop. There are no stops on the way normally, but I think if there's a petrol station we're going to be passing, we might make a stop there for petrol, but otherwise it'll be straight on, just because it's cheap. Not that I need it right now, I'm alright for petrol. I'll get there and then, like, you know, just like half fill the tank with the idea of stopping off at this place that Caustic told me about, because it's way cheaper than anywhere else. So I was like, oh well, I might as well. But if that doesn't happen, sure, there's plenty of petrol stations around. I can get it during the week and make sure I'm topped up before heading back. 4G in Dublin is awful. It's not that bad. Stop, will you? We had one or two issues, and that was the websites more than the internet. And it also happened to be that we were inside massively old concrete fucking buildings. You know. But overall, it's not too bad. It's certainly not as good as some networks would make you believe. But they always sell that bullshit. I know their tips and tricks and their fucking terms and conditions. I used to work for one of them, so I know what an absolute shower of bastards they are. If your coverage goes to shit and it's because of like, oh well, it's line of sight. Like, oh well, that's not our issue. You're living in a mountain or you're living in a valley. That's just the way it happens. You know, that's the kind of shit you're left with half the time. Thank you for the lurk, radio. Much appreciated. Mullingar now. Well, not quite, but you know, coming through. That general area. Caustic's favourite little, as I always like to mention. I'm surprised he didn't want to go in for memory's sake, Caustic, you know, for old time's sake. Pop in just to say thanks. We're not sauced enough though. We weren't drinking. Gotta be careful. Suddenly fucking you're like half a kilometre in front of me and then you're 100 metres in front of me. You're like, what the fuck is going on here? Shit. Hey, fun is fun. They didn't bring. So you were saying, oh, like if I need a laptop we can set up on your laptop. I didn't bring a fucking mouse with me. I did bring a headset, but I didn't bring a mouse. I don't think I'll need a laptop anyway. I don't see us. How long am I going for? I'm going to be there for the week, so I'll be heading home next Saturday. So probably around this time next Saturday I'll be starting the driving home stream. So yeah, a bit of time. The lads are going to be working as well, unfortunately. So you know, but that's fine. It's still plenty of time for me to just chill and do fuck all, and I can just go wander around the place anyway. You know, take strolls through the forest and shit. So it is all good. When I just said that, take strolls through the forest and shit, I did realise I didn't bring my boots. I do have my wellies, I didn't get the boot though, so if need be I can chuck them on, but I didn't bring my fucking boots. Oh well. If the weather's bad, the wellies will go on, otherwise I'll be grand with what I got. Don't need fucking everything all the time anyway. small silly things that aren't necessary, you know what I mean? Like I have fucking me runners and I have wellies in the boots, so if it gets shitty and we're going walking through the forest or on any trek, we just throw the wellies on, it's grand. So I don't need to have boots as well as runners and fucking wellies, it's just unnecessary. I keep my distance from this dodgy guns, you know. Suss out internet when we get there. Just keep going down that way. Yeah, it's getting worse and worse now. Fucking hell. And we're starting to pick up again. Starting to see a bit of a difference, and restoration should be happening, and we should be getting back to normal now. Right, that should be us back up and running. Oh, we're going back down again. Traffic, but gonna happen sometimes. Yeah, the signal's coming back, that's grand. And we're back to full strength, I think. There we go. So that was our second little outage. But we're back to normal now. Have caught up with some traffic, so not that it's too bad in terms of it's delaying us or slowing us or anything. There's none of that. It's just there's a lot of cars ahead, and as you can see, there's a lot of cars coming the other way now as well. Well, not too bad now. Slightly busier in traffic than it was earlier, which was basically non-existent. Custard or ice cream? For what? What are you talking about? It's where you're trying to be funny cunt and say something stupid now. For the waffles, is it? Is that what we're going to come out with now? Are you as predictable as they think you are? But I got a waffle, because otherwise, you know, just staring at random shit. What's my preference? Custard or ice cream? Depends on the context, John. In what context are we asking custard or ice cream? Is it, as I suspect, to go with the waffle? Or are you asking for a dessert on a crepe with a side dish? You know, give me some. No context given. Okay. Out of context, ice cream. Oh, this is Kill maybe messaging you and asking these things. Then I don't know if that's the case. Yeah, so out of context for me, I'd definitely say ice cream. I thought you were just trying to be a funny cunt. Right, how long we got left? 157 to Westport. Smile emoji 43 not found. Well now. Ah, you screamed too? Snowy. Ah, that was good, well done. I do love when tractors do this and they're just like, right, we'll chill the fuck out and get out of your way, because otherwise you're going to be stuck behind me for hours. Well, he also was turning, so that helps. What, talking hand not working? Probably not. Notification, you got to remember, Snowy, I'm on my mobile phone, I'm not on my PC, so notifications and browser sources and all that kind of shit are not there. You'll get Nightbot commands working because Nightbot will still be on the channel, but Talking Hand or Point Redemptions for Slaunch and shit like that, they're not going to work, they're not going to alert because it's mobile. And although I can bring up a list to show me some of the stuff that happens, it's it won't show me that stuff on the mobile version. All good, you're refunded. There's the beauty, you can refund yourself. Alright, so that I screamed too was Talking Hand, Brian screaming. Oh, that would have been good, I like it. But yeah, alerts and notifications and all that shit aren't set up for mobile. I don't even know how I could do it, if I could do it, you know what I mean? I'm not sure. I've no doubt you can do that kind of shit, because I've seen people who have like cameras and setups in other rooms and they just switch from OBS onto that, but usually that's the main PC running and connecting to the alternative devices, and at present mine is not doing that. Yeah, exactly. I'd have to be running from another device. I could be running from my desktop or my laptop or whatever, and then switch to mobile, and I'd get that shit. I probably wouldn't hear it, but yous would. But yeah, I won't get it any other way. And this is purely mobile, so unfortunately none of those notifications are coming through. So if anybody does redeem any of that stuff, just refund it like you did, if you don't mind, please. Thank you. Kind regards. All that. Oh, that looks like somebody nearly went into a ditch. Not fun at all. Dungeon, be right back. No worries. Enjoy, my man. Enjoy. Last time I spent any time in Longford, it was some random party type thing from one of the people I used to work with, and we all all just came here and got pissed and then stayed in a local B&B. It's not correct though. But there's not a whole lot to do in Longford. Not a whole lot to do in the Midlands in general, really. Well, maybe that's being a bit harsh, but, you know, still. Caustic, you were doing... No, I'm not going to say that because that outs me as well. Oh, we're on a new road. Well, listen to that road noise drop. Holy shit. My ears are actually quite happy about that. You don't realise how loud the road noises can get sometimes until you suddenly don't hear them anymore. It makes quite a nice difference. A little bit more relaxed. Midland karting. Well then, it's not corrected. There's a nice little dog karting area here. I'd have to drop gear for picking up speed. What's going on? So they're transporting they're transporting an animal, that's why they're going to be driving a lot slower. That's what's causing this tail. Not that it's crazy or very slower. Also, we have come in through town. Border, the Galway Mayo border, I think. Not too long ago. It's a good crack. Track was a bit too big. It was like one of the largest outdoor tracks, and I think it is the largest outdoor track in Ireland. This place has, but it kind of cuts away the crack of like fucking chasing the lads, you know. Try to race each other and shit. Because sometimes, unless you crashed, you weren't getting close enough to go kart. Bumper cars, yeah.